Commuting in our own car is becoming more dangerous every day. And thanks to social media,
I've seen a lot of this on TikTok, and I feel like it's very important to talk about because it brings awareness to what's happening. And you always think that would never happen to me until it happens to you.
chilling footage is constantly shared of what looks to be danger lurking in the shadows.
This is the third morning in a row I found one of these on her car in the exact same spot.
But are these just pranks? Overdramatic storylines?
I'm curious if this is a real threat. Have you experienced this? Or if you're law enforcement, have you heard any reports of this?
This is a fantasy fear-mongering scenario that's vastly overplayed.
Or are these eerie experiences too common to excuse as mere coincidence?
His dashboard camera recording Ivan Tukton was all alone on the turnpike's deserted Newark Bay extension Sunday night when the creepy encounter unfolded in an instant.
Another guy 2 cars down from me got out of his car and walked up to this man, and now there is 2 of them. I never saw the guy in the second car. That scares the absolute living daylights out of me.
Whether you're at work, running errands, or traveling,
someone tell me what this means. I have no clue WTF she is touching my plates.
Social media and law enforcement are sounding the call.
He's been in law enforcement his whole life, and you could tell when I mentioned that he got extremely silent. And he said, "What'd you just say?"
Deputies are warning people not to immediately approach their cars if they see some randomly placed money.
That you may want to double check your vehicle before you decide to drive straight home.
You are very, very lucky. This happens a lot.
Let's take a look at innocent things you may see on, under, or around your car that may not be so innocent after all, and learn what you should do in similar situations. There's a new hazard on the road, and it doesn't come in the form of black ice, potholes, or four-way stops. In fact, it's only when drivers unlock their doors, roll down their windows, or exit their vehicles that this unseen risk comes out to play. If you've been online lately, you've likely heard the stomach-turning stories of the traps that can allegedly turn a simple excursion in your car into a fight for your life.
I just came to Walmart, and I pulled up, and this car is parked here, and the door is open. Nobody is in the car. The door is open.
And with paranoia for solo female drivers at an all-time high, it's no wonder that some have linked the dangers loitering in parking lots and on roadsides across America to the most notorious criminal trade of the past decade.
Immediately when I got in the car, I knew something was off.
Oklahoma City police have announced 5 more arrests in connection to the missing Texas teen found safe in Oklahoma City.
Like, you see there's kids playing here, and we never thought that these really things were going on.
And according to rumors circulating online, traps set in parking lots, pit stops, and roads are just the latest way these criminals are forcibly recruiting targets into the trade. But if this is true, how are these traps being laid? Picture this. It's Sunday morning, just after midnight, and you're driving on a dark, desolate New Jersey turnpike when you encounter 2 pylons and a pulled-over vehicle on your horizon, a traffic stop. Or at least that's what 24-year-old Ivan Tukton assumed when he came to a halt back in 2014. However, the third-year law student's initial impression quickly faded as a hooded figure stepped out of the darkness and towards his car.
What's going on? Can I help you with something?
Yes.
Then, the stranger reached into their pocket, and as Ivan's dash camera footage shows, the driver didn't stick around to see what would happen next. Flooring the gas, Ivan weaved through the cones and sped away before eventually pulling over to inform law enforcement of the situation.
There is a car on the side of the road with 2 cones that were in the middle of the street.
So what had Ivan stumbled upon in those early morning hours? Well, it appeared to be a fake roadblock, something the 24-year-old wouldn't have been the first to fall victim to.
They're coming! They're coming! They're coming! I'm gonna hit the ground! What? There's more people!
And according to the logic of the internet and experts, Ivan had done the right thing. Anything that can potentially force drivers outside of their vehicles can easily be put to more sinister uses. And traffic traps aren't the only diversion that can leave drivers vulnerable. TikTok user Anna was in a parking garage when she noticed the addition of something new on the roof of her car.
What the f is that? What is this? What is this? Y'all, I don't know what it is, but it's kind of cute. So I'm keeping it. It's mine now.
A happy surprise, or so the TikTok user thought. However, when Anna posted her find, a friend reached out to warn her that this tactic was allegedly being used to distract drivers and provide an opening for abduction.
I thought about it and I was like, holy, like, you're right. You can hear a group of girls walking past me. So I wasn't alone at that exact moment, but 5 minutes later, 5 minutes earlier, like, I was walking out of work.
And if it's not the roof of a vehicle that can allegedly be tampered with, it's the windshield.
Well, a young woman's Facebook post is now going viral for an incident she recently experienced, which she says was an attempted kidnapping.
Just like Anna, this woman was leaving work when she noticed something on her front window, a shirt. But looking at her surroundings, which included 2 suspicious vehicles, she decided not to remove the top until she found a safe location. A good decision for anyone that might find themselves in a similar situation. And the driver's worry wasn't just instinct. She'd allegedly heard a warning that this trick had been used for kidnapping.
The abductor puts the shirt there, so you get out of the car, you have to remove the item from your windshield, they can come up behind you, kidnap you potentially.
And if a shirt doesn't entice drivers to leave the vehicles, another rumored criminal tactic might. On TikTok, one user caught an unknown man slipping a counterfeit $100 bill under her windshield wiper. And according to news outlets, this ploy wasn't just a one-time occurrence, but a trend.
Someone is putting counterfeit money under the windshield wipers of vehicles parked in driveways.
Still, the offer is tempting, and that's exactly what potential thieves are hoping for.
Becoming more and more popular because they know you're going to get out of your car to get that money, and then they are going to drive off with your car.
But sometimes it's not money on the windshield, it's a note. When TikTok user Kaylee left work around the holidays, she took a dark walk to her car located in the back of a parking lot.
I get in and I see a note on my windshield. And then I look over to my passenger side and there's suddenly a guy out there standing on my passenger side door. So I book it out of the parking lot.
When she got to a stop sign, she rolled down the window, grabbed the piece of paper,
and there was nothing on it.
So there it was, a chilling implication that didn't have to be written out. The paper wasn't placed there to be read. It was allegedly just a distraction. But these items left on vehicles aren't the only tactics social media has seen. TikToker Chrissy noticed a strange change to the outside of her Tesla and decided to check her dash cam to see if anything had happened. However, what the footage exposed provided more questions than answers. There in the video was a woman that Chrissy had never seen, circling her Tesla before reaching down to bend the vehicle's license plate. "Someone tell me what this means," Chrissy asked. "I have no clue why she is touching my plates." Another viewer was equally confused, but unlike the original poster, she had a theory.
Never got in a car accident ever. I've never hit anybody. But my car tag also didn't. So y'all think someone tagged me?
Tagging. According to social media, it's a way for this type of criminal organization to mark the drivers of certain vehicles for future abductions. And various TikTok users believe they spotted this tactic in the wild, as videos have reported strings, markings, and tape appearing on vehicles, under the assumption these criminals are placing it there.
I start seeing like other girls' cars in Renton, Washington with this blue tape. There's definitely somebody out here watching us.
But according to social media, one method of tagging seems to have caught on more than others, and that's zip ties.
What does this mean? What does that mean? Please elaborate.
You know what they say about these? I've heard a few things.
I was doing my multi-point inspection and I went to go inspect the rear windshield. Just want to notice this, and we contacted the owner, and the owner had no idea it was on her vehicle.
Numerous TikTok users have reported finding these plastic cables wrapped around their doors' handles, windshield wipers, and outside mirrors.
I'm eating, not even here for maybe 2 minutes, and this is what I see when I look up getting ready to pull out. There's magically just a black zip tie now suddenly on my windshield. So I skirted back to campus and I alerted the security gate, and the girl was like, "Bro, that's sus as that's happened to me too."
Including one father who noticed a zip tie on his daughter's car not one morning, not 2 mornings, but...
This is the 3rd morning in a row I found one of these.